Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm really excited for this beer. Really, really excited. It was sent to me by Bingley Brew Club. It's a 4.8% ABV beer from Kirkstall. Now, I love Kirkstall's beers. I think they're one of these breweries that slightly fly under the radar a little bit. They don't sing, they don't dance. They just make great beer. I've had some tremendous beers from Kirkstall in the last year. They've only really been on my radar for the last 18 months. But I think if you want a solid beer from a really good brewery at a decent price point, whether that's from their website, whether that's from somewhere like Bingley Brew Club, where you'll get some of the more interesting beers, or whether you hit the supermarket for Kirkstall's beers, they've got a range of beer for everybody. This is called Judicious. It's a juicy pale coming in at 4.8% ABV. I'm so excited for this, I really am. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. I'll talk to you a little bit later on in the review about Bingley Brew Club. Right, so beer in the glass. We've got a 2 to 3 finger white head. We got a little bit of haze going on. It's straw coloured. Looks fab, doesn't it? Looks absolutely fabulous. It's Friday morning, the sun's shining. I'm in the mood today. I've had a really busy week this week. This week we filmed Swansea, the Swansea Where to Drink craft beer in Swansea. That was a really interesting day on Wednesday. We did a video for Craft Republic on Tuesday night. That was a bit of a late one. That went till about rocking in, about 11 o'clock in the night, So I've had a really busy week. And then all the other videos and all the other food reviews that we do in the meantime as well. It's been a pretty solid week this week. And I'm just standing here now on this Friday morning at, 9:30 a.m. Looking out of the window with the sun shining, thinking, we're nearly there, we've nearly made it. We're all nearly at the weekend type of thing. I might be posting this beer review on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday or maybe the weekend. But I'm actually standing here today reviewing this beer on Friday morning. Some of you ask, and it's a burning question for some of you guys, why are you drinking beer in the morning? I get asked that question all of the time. I might make a whole video dedicated to why I drink beer in the morning. But it's pretty simple, really. Number one, it's my day job. And I like to think I can start at 9 and finish at 5 by the time I'm editing videos. And number two, your taste buds taste beer better in the morning. Your brain is more switched on. Your brain is more alive first thing in the morning. If you go to any brewery around the world and they do a tasting session to make sure their beer is up to scratch, they will do that tasting session in the morning. I promise you that. Any of the big breweries, Stella Artois, Foster's, Darling, Budweiser, all of these mega brands will do their tastings in the morning. I guarantee you. And of course, so will the craft brands, so will the craft brewers. So, beer looks good. Let's get the aroma. Oh, it just smells so juicy. They've really gone for that kind of juicy aspect. Really citrusy and pineapple chunks, orange peel, tangerine, lemon, grapefruit, passion fruit. Oh. All this kitchen needs now is a parrot flying round, There's a parrot on the can. And just to give that kind of finishing touch of just how juicy and tropical this beer is. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's tropical. It's very 2022. It's very 2022, but it's very tropical. It's very drinkable. It's very refreshing. There's hints of everything in this beer, from grapefruit, passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, touch of coconut, of all things, touch of coconut. It's got a nice kind of creamy, rich mouthfeel, which makes me pause a little bit. We'll read on the side of the can in a moment whether it's oats or lactose. But it's definitely got a kind of creamy richness to it, which I love in a stout. I love it in a stout. But I think ultimately, if you want a really, really, really juicy beer, I don't think you need some of these, whether it's oats or lactose. I don't think you need that to make it like ultimately refreshing. The jury's out, of course. There's so many of you who comment on these styles of videos where I can be kind of slightly aggravated. I don't want lactose in my beer. Or some people will love it. Some people in the comments box down below will say, yeah, totally agree. Doesn't need to be there. Some of you will say it should be there. It actually makes a beer more juicy and it works for you. Taste is all relative. It's all relative. It's relative to me. It's relative to you. We all taste different things. It's great that we can debate and discuss it and chat about it in the comments box below. We can all give our own view on what we like in beer and what we don't like in beer. It's a real pineapple chunk taste here. Pineapple, grapefruit. Oh, the flavours coming through are tremendous. They're absolutely tremendous. Great lacing on the glass. Great look to the beer. As you rock it back and forth, you can see that carbonation chasing the head of the glass. Let's give the description. A tropical, juicy, hazy pale ale packed full of pink grapefruit, lychee, passion fruit and peach flavours with coconut undertones. Contains malted barley, wheat and oats. It's oats. Okay, so no lactose in the beer then. Thank goodness for that. Again, on my own personal preferences, there's no lactose in the beer. It's oats, which is really cool. Kirkstall Brewery. Yeah, it's delicious. It really is delicious. I'm just trying to... I've just realised that some of this language is in a completely different language, and I was just wondering what language it was. Sorry for a moment there. I want to talk to you about these lovely people at Bingley Brew Club. Bingley Brew Club, established 2022, so this year. They are a online subscription service where you pay for 2 tiers of beer. You've got a medium tier and a large tier. Each tier comes with, I don't think every month, but they try and give you a snack in each box. And then you have a medium tier, higher tier. I'm not going to give you the price. I've mentioned this before. I'm not going to give you the price because you might be watching this beer review in 5 years' time and the price might be wrong. So if you want to subscribe to a beer subscription service where the beer comes from Leeds, Bradford, that kind of Yorkshire area of the UK, and they got North, Black Sheep, Horsforth, Wishbone, Amnesty, Salt, Frisky Bear, Salt Brewing, Vocation, Magic Rock, Northern Mount, Timmy Taylor's, North Brewing Company, Binney, Brewclo, Ilkley, Kirkstall, all of these wonderful breweries. If you're a fan of these breweries and you live in that area, or if you want to try beer from probably what is the #1 place in the UK for craft beer, is probably that Leeds, Bradford area. Some will debate that, of course. Then subscribe to this subscription service, or at least have a look at their website, see how you feel about it. I'm going to rate this. I like it. Great aroma. Lovely taste. If I was to be slightly critical about the beer, I would say if they could just take that kind of creaminess down a little bit. If they could just... It's just a bit... It's a bit too creamy in the mouthfeel. If they could take that down a notch, it would be an absolutely terrific, like 10 out of 10 beer, this one. But I just feel it's a bit too rich, it's a bit too creamy for my palate. That being said, I still like it enough to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!